Hey, Menacing MTG here, and today we have a very annoying shrine deck that I call Thirsty Shrinegold. So, pretty simple deck, and it's just a race to get um, to Sanctum of All. Once you get that on the board, it's most likely game over. So we have a bunch of shrines. Four copies of ones we really want, three of ones that aren't quite as important, and a slew of lands and some removal and just a little bit of pointed card draw. So, if you're unfamiliar with shrines, which I'm sure you're not, the Sanctum of All has at the beginning of your upkeep, you may search your library and/or graveyard for a shrine card and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. If an ability of another shrine you control triggers while you control 6 or more shrines, that ability triggers an additional time. Okay, so you're just throwing shrines on like crazy once you get this in your hand. I want to say out loud that this is a standard version of this, so it will not include um, the older historic shrines. So we're limited to just these 6 shrine cards. So I'll just take a very quick look at them. The Sanctum of Tranquil Light allows you to tap a creature, costs 1 less to activate this ability for each shrine you control. Sanctum of Stone Fangs, this is your life gain in the deck. And there's only 3 of them, so if you have something aggro and you don't get what you need right away, you're in trouble. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, each opponent loses X life, you gain X life, where X is the number of shrines you control. So this can kind of get you out of trouble early if you get it on quickly. There's only 3 though. Sanctum of Shattered Heights. Pay 1 mana and discard a land or shrine card, and Sanctum deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, where X is the number of shrines you control. So good removal once you get rolling a little bit. 3 of these. 4 of these because you want to use this for the mana capacity. You want to be able to play the mana because in this deck, to play a certain shrine, you have to have the right combination of lands, particularly Sanctum of All. So this is a key card, and therefore we have 4 of them in here. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add X mana to anyone of any one color, okay, where X is the number of shrines you control. So if you have this on, you get another one. You can put 2 different manas, or 2 of the same mana, on the board, which is just huge. And Sanctum of Calm Water is also important because card draw is important in this. So there's also 4 of these. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you may draw X cards, where X is the number of shrines you control. If you do, discard a card. Excuse me. And then Sanctum of All, and that's the whole 9 yards right there. So there's the shrines. It's a very limited supporting cast, primarily lands, but I'll tell you what we have here, and hence the name Thirsty Shrinegold, which of course is a takeoff to the old lousy beer Rhinegold. So it seemed fit. So we have 3 Blood Chief's Thirst in here, kill creatures or planeswalkers. We have 2 Thirst for Meaning, which is perfect for this deck because draw 3 cards for a 3-drop. Discard 2 unless you discard an enchantment. And as you can see, we have a lot of extra shrines here that we won't be able to use. So you're more than likely going to be able to play this and ditch a shrine card and have the 3 cards drawn. So it's perfectly suited for this deck. Okay, and then we have 3 extinction events. Get you out of trouble here because we are vulnerable. So that's 6 removal spells, and that's it. That is the deck. I'm not going to go deeply into the lands. I'll let you take a quick glance at them. Not many basic lands, but of course more of the green. And I have I don't have 3 blue, and the reason for that is because there's a fair amount of blue represented in the multicolor lands, bunch of triomes. So there you have it. Deck list will be on Aether Hub under Menacing MTG and will be linked below the description of this deck. So have a look at it if you want to look at the specific lands. You can do your own thing with lands too. I do have some scry lands, the Malice, the temples are scry lands, so I do have 3 of those in here. You can also remember that with the triomes, there's a lot of them in here. You can cycle these through, so a little assistance with looking for things. Okay, so that's the whole thing. We'll play some games. Oh, and just please consider subscribing, liking, suggestions, deck builds that you want to see. Thanks. Okay, here we are, and I like this hand a lot. First, I go first. Second, I have a 1-drop shrine. Third, I have a white mana source here. And secondly, I have Sanctum of Stone Fangs. I do have black mana. And I do have 4 mana on the board, so I'm very close to being able to play Sanctum of All. I mean, really, you couldn't pick a better hand for this. So we'll keep. We'll play the Triome. Next turn, we'll launch Tranquil Light. The following turn, we'll be able to put up Stone Fangs, which will be great. That'll keep us in the game. Oh my goodness. Thirst for a Meaning. Okay, we don't have, at this point, something we can... a shrine we can ditch. But this is good to have in hand here. This is picture perfect, really. And the opponent is looking at that shrine and saying, oh boy. It's frustrating playing against shrines, but they have a pretty solid win rate going. Okay, I could not make this up. We have the 1-drop, the 2-drop, the 3-drop, and the Sanctum of All. I'll toss this up in Scry. Land would be perfect here. We're going to throw that Extinction behind here. We want to get the shrines out. Hopefully they don't counter this. Oh, fortune is with us thus far. Okay, they're going to put that back to hand. They probably do have some counter spells here. Yeah, this is going to be a challenging run of it. So I think what I'm going to do is throw up Shattered Heights, and they let it come on, so it happened immediately, so I'm guessing they don't have counter spells currently. Alright, so I can play Sanctum of All. I'm going to take the chance because I have another one in hand. If this gets on, it's game over, unless they can toss it back. Okay, that's too bad. They might be feeling slightly better about things. And now the art is trying to get shrines on the board here. They do play a spell. We do have removal, which I think we might be looking at. An artifact deck. We're going to try Stone Fangs. We get it. I think we got to go for Thirst for Meaning here. Okay, so we have to ditch a card or an enchantment card, and we're going to decline that, and we will ditch the Blossoming Sands. Oh, we got to ditch 2. Okay, yeah, we have the mana we need to do what we want here. So just as it sits right here, we can gain some life. Okay, we got a Triome. We'll put it up. The question is, are we going to try Calm Waters? Why not? It's on. And they're going to start feeling some urgency as this is going to hurt them. the stone fangs, gaining us 4, losing 4. They may remove something here. There goes the stone fangs. Okay. Slowing things down for us, which is a pain in the neck. I'm going to decline that, and I'm going to try a Sanctum of All as I have another one in hand, and they're going to have to get that off the board immediately if they have the capacity to do so. Oh boy. I believe it is too late for, there's no going back here. We don't need to draw a card. So now we can remove, as we can use the Sanctum of Shattered Heights. Oh geez, what am I doing here? Alright, so we will discard Shattered Heights here. We'll try the Stone Fangs. Okay. And I think what we're going to do here is cycle the Triumph. There's another Stone Fangs, and let's see if we can get it on. Good news is we can search our graveyard as well with the Sanctum of All. Put a land on the board, and we're done. So we have good removal in hand, and we have all the shrines on the board. Okay. We're going to decline that. And I think they're going to be a little too late here. So we can just get rid of Kiora. They're all tapped out. And the sad reality here is that they're in deep trouble. And we'll end the game next turn if they can't take the Stone Fangs off the board. Yeah, I think we're looking at game here, folks. Okay, there it is. Okay. Not as good a hand as the last one, but we're going to have to try to forge ahead. Oh, there's a white. Okay. In that case, I'll play this Triumph and get that Sanctum of Tranquil Light on the board. We have Calm Waters. We have some extinction events here. We do have some problems, though. This is going to be tough. So I'll play this and we'll get the Tranquil Light on. Unfortunately, another Calm Waters. I'd love to get Stone Fangs. Okay, this could be fast-moving trouble here.
I will face this trial. My
We will be able
clan
to use
will
Extinction
protect
Event
you.
here at some point. We have all colors represented here. Get a little scry action. Ooh, okay. So we may be able to weather the storm. We'll find out soon. Yikes. Okay, let's see what we got for converted mana costs. Both even. That's tremendously good luck, as we'll be able to eliminate both these creatures, but we have a lot of planeswalkers moving in.
Is your shield.
Have to move quickly here. This will slow them down. And the Elspeth Planeswalker also needs creatures on the board to do its thing. The Osri can create a 1/1.
I will guard your advance.
Sanctum of All is on. That could be the end.
I trust in your abilities.
Thank goodness for Extinction Event.
We blaze like the suns, filling every shadow.
Getting a little scary here. They got me. They have gotten me. Oh boy. Okay, fair enough. Okay, hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, this deck actually has a high win rate, so this could carry you a little bit. There was a good example of getting beat. Those planeswalkers presented a big problem for me. I was one step away from being able to manage them. I would have sought the red shrine next and been able to put on the green shrine as well. So that should have taken care of business, as I could sacrifice shrines to kill creatures. Thanks for watching.